if you're a celebrity, go for it. You got the money. You can go get it covered up, blah, blah, blah. If you're not a celebrity, do not take these celebrities' ideas at face value and try to get these same tattoos.
Yeah, don't try. Japanese is like, everybody, it's cool. You get Polynesian, it's like, whoa, what are you doing with that? He had a bull, The Rock, the wrestling symbol that he had.
Yeah.
Nico Hurtado.
Which is this one.
Did a bull.
This is this one.
And then
he went and got Yomiko to even enhance it. I'm like, oh, bro, the disrespect on the man, bro. Fuck.
If you guys want to see the fucking old school tattoo, nota que tener una persona al lado que en verdad lo apoya a uno también y que quiere salir con madre. I never had to build mine, I never had to fucking build my own needles and shit. I feel like he went through that old school process. Esa parte es viendo yo, pero soy solo marica.
Hey, and welcome to Select Tattoo Live, back here again with another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the best and the worst celebrity tattoos that we've seen. I've seen a bunch of terrible ones myself. Brenda, have you seen some bad ones lately, man?
Shit. Earlier today, before we started this episode, I got a little sneak peek into what we got. Man, I've seen some bad ones now. I've seen some bad ones.
What's
And
the
I want to
worst
tell
one?
you, the worst one that I've seen,
worst
man.
one you've ever seen.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing about some of these tattoos that I'm going to be bringing up, man. It's not a specific person that I think has the worst one or celebrity. I just think that this style that celebrities go for is such a bad pick, man. And it's those minimalistic little tattoos that they love to get all over themselves. Like, come on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to bring him up right now. I'm just going to put him. He's probably going to call me out on Twitter with his drunk ass self. But Ryan Garcia, like that man has these little lion tattoos, little itty bitty ones right here. Bro, cover your chest, bro. Cover your chest. What are you doing with these itty bitty little tattoos, man? You know, it's
He
like
already
shit.
looks young, and he looks like a boy pretty much. You know
Yes,
what I mean? So
man.
when you have these little tiny itty bitty tattoos, it makes you look crazier. You know?
Yeah, bro. It's like, you're supposed to scare me with a fucking cup this little on your chest. It's like, come on, man. No, man. But I've seen some bad ones. I will tell you, though, that there's some good ones that I've seen that a lot of celebrities pay for. Bad one, though, I think, Aaron Rodgers. Y'all seen Aaron Rodgers' tattoo? Mm-hmm. It is a very minimalistic, little itty bitty tattoo about this size, man. I mean, it does have a whole bunch of details and everything around him. But man, it's just so small, so tiny, fine line, bro. What are you doing, man? It's just going to fade away. It's going to look bad, bro. It's like, get something big. Look at JC. This is, y'all remember JC. He was here with a previous episode.
What's up,
but
y'all?
I mean, look at this tattoo. Look at that big piece, man. Do something like that, bro.
Yeah. The whole point of this one was like, I want something that's big to where from a distance you can see it.
Exactly.
Right. And I think you're right, though, because a lot of the tattoos that I've seen that are really bad are small and they're just disappearing. Like you don't even know what
That's
it is.
the big thing. That is, you can't even tell what they are from a distance unless you have these like very up close and zoomed in kind of views on them. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
can't tell what's what.
You can't tell if it's from the artist or if it's the people, because sometimes people will come in and they'll look at Pinterest enough to where they want it a certain way. They
Right.
say they want those thin lines, but they don't know it's not going to last long. It's not going to have that pop that you want it to have.
Mm-hmm.
Those thin lines, they just blend into everything.
You know those actors and that people, they hire people to make sure they're looking right. Mm-hmm. Why they don't hire somebody to fucking give them my advice and get decent fucking tattoos, right?
True.
That's a big one, man. It's like, come on. Okay, so, this is a little story that we were talking about earlier, man. You're a celebrity. Whether you're an athlete, movie star, whatever you want to be, right? But you're a celebrity. Mm-hmm. You have money, you have all that stuff, bro. Why are you paying for shitty tattoos? I've seen some bad ones, man.
Well, the thing is, they're surrounded. I don't want to speak for everybody. But
Right.
there's a lot of people, especially in the celebrity area, that are just surrounded by yes men.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about how many celebrities with the crazy tattoos that they have, if they weren't in that celebrity position, would get the same amount of admiration for their art. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, like, one person that I'm a fan of is like Chris Brown. Chris Brown is dope. But sometimes I look at his like sneaker tattoo right here on his face.
Is that?
But hey, he's still Chris Brown. Still selling out arenas. He's still taking pictures with people's girlfriends. He's doing his thing.
Bro, he had a picture with his some dude's
shady,
chick, man. He like picked up, just grabbed their hands all over this thing. The boyfriend of that girlfriend broke off the engagement, bro. He was like, I thought y'all were gonna go out here, take a picture together, sign an autograph or something, not jump on his thing and just like grab. I was like, bro,
You can't cut my girl's cheeks and then still together. But you can't do that.
But think about this, right? How many of these same girls, right, out here would see another dude who's not Chris Brown, just another guy, let's say me.
Yeah.
I just walked up and I had Air Forces tattooed on my face right here. How many of them are going to look at me and go, man, that's just so hot?
No,
Right?
No, it's the status that comes with it. You're right.
You
It's
know
the
what I'm saying?
status. Yeah.
So you get away with so much.
They
when you're
get away with
celebrity.
so much. So there's so many people who have these ugly tattoos, but who's going to be the person to tell them?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Who's going to be the person to turn them down and not do the tattoo?
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Nobody.
No, yeah, that's very true. But another one that you said celebrities, you reminded me of is Posty.
Yep.
Post
Yeah.
Malone with
Yeah.
the always tired. Let somebody
Hate that.
somebody
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows, but somebody replied to it
On your
saying,
eyelids?
yeah, somebody replied to it with what will happen when you finally get a good night's rest? You know what I mean? It's like, you're not gonna be tired no more. Bro. It's like, what the fuck?
Right. But see, the thing is like Post Malone, he can get away with that. Why? Because he has like the rock star, you know,
Yes.
persona.
They
It's
fit
like-
him.
It fits him.
Exactly.
The problem is hey, like 40 years from now,
Yeah.
let's just see how it goes, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like we were just talking about, there's a lot of people out here, and this is the thing. If you're a celebrity, go for it. You got the money, you can go get it covered up, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a celebrity, do not take these celebrities' ideas at face value and try to get these same tattoos.
Yeah, don't try to be them.
Don't try to be. If I try to go get some Air Forces put on my face right now and then go to my practice to be a doctor, people are going to look at. I might still get patients.
Yeah.
Right. I might still do well, but it might not come over the same way as Chris Brown or Post Malone and these people in these other industries.
Yep.
You know.
That goes to show you that these celebrities are people too.
Yeah.
We think that just because they have money and talent and they're really good at one particular thing that they can't be manipulated like from social media or just their own what they want, you know?
That's true. That is very true. Actually.
They're gonna do stupid stuff too.
Oh, without a
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, they do that all the
do.
time. For entertainment. Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? Kind of going off what you said too, it's probably even more so because they have the yes men around them. That decision that we would have made, someone would have told us like, "Wait a minute, man, what are you doing?"
Yep.
But with them, nope. Go ahead and do it.
That is very true, actually. Yep. What about you? You know, I gave you my point as to why I think it's not even the person or the tattoo or the artist himself. It's just that style that I don't like. But what about you?
Man, the one that pops up the most to me, man, is Ariana Grande, right? Pretty
Okay.
girl, little petite girl. And I'm not against hand tattoos, but it's just that is like one of the most visible places. And she has like these little triangles and little tiny, and they're not done well. Like some people do fine line really well, but hers are just so inconsistent and crooked, and some of it's blown out. And I'm like, man, you got all that money, and you in the public eye, you would think that you would care more, you know? It's like, whoa.
You know, to
What are
one
you
degree,
doing?
it's like maybe they like it being that bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that ignorant style, man. I just don't like that. And it's a style now.
Yeah.
It's like whenever they do these shitty little tattoos, you know, and they call it ignorant style. It's like, no, it's not an ignorant style. It's just a tattoo you can't fucking do. It's like, it's like, no. So it's like those little styles, I'm like, oh, they get under my skin so bad, bro. I know everybody is entitled to get whatever they want, but it's like, oh, bro.
If you call it a thing, if you make it a style, does that mean that you're doing it on purpose? That's what it comes across as. Ignorant tattoos. It's called that. It's supposed to look like that. I want a guy that does that. That's not a style.
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
You can't specialize at being bad. What is that?
I'm not gonna lie though. I thought that's what you were going for, bro. I'm fucking with you.
Nah, the only tattoos I've seen that I really just don't like are one. There's a lot of people that I saw who got tattoos in jail. Those
yeah.
things, yeah, come out really, really bad.
Coming out green and blue and
Bro, I saw this one guy. He had a tattoo of. I didn't know what it was at first because it was such a bad tattoo. But then you realize it's the back of a cat, and the tail is coming up, and it's
What the fuck?
right over his belly button.
No way.
And you just see the cat kind of looking back. And,
Oh
but it's
my
like you said, blown out. It's kind of blurry. And you're just like, what is that? And you kind of stare at it. Then you realize, I'm looking at a cat's ass.
Yeah, there's
It's the belly button.
Oh, it's the belly button.
if he got that in prison, he had a dude sitting over his
I don't want to know
on,
what he
man.
had. I don't want to know what he had. But yeah, definitely. Or like I had a friend, it was one of his first tattoos, and this was like what I was dreading. That's why I just got something very simple. He got a lion put on his chest.
Oh God. Here we go.
But I guess the tattoo artist, was doing it in a hotel, didn't know what he was doing. When I tell you, it doesn't even look like a cat. It looks like a 5-year-old drew it. It's one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen in my life.
Bruh, how does that happen? When we see these bad tattoos, like these portraits and stuff, man, they don't have a stencil. Don't you know the guy is supposed to draw it and put it on the stencil paper, put it on the skin, and then, how is the eye way over here and the lips way over here?
Oh, bro,
how does that happen?
People just bite off more than they can chew at that point, bro. They don't understand their limits and their, it's just, I don't know. I'm all for biting off a little bit more than you can chew so you can push yourself, but bro, you're choking.
Right.
It's like, fuck, you're choking at that point, bro. It's like,
don't let your eyes be bigger than your stomach.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Bro.
Yeah.
That's a bad one, man. But I know you had some examples for us. So let's go ahead and check out some of these examples. And I mean, shit, y'all let me know.
Let's see what y'all guys think about this tattoo. So Luka Doncic.
Ooh.
He actually got this tattoo from a friend of us. He came to do a guest spot here at the shop. Like a year ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
He did the one on his back when he was here. I couldn't find a good picture of that one, but I think he did that one on his forearm too. What do you think about this tattoo? It's just another tiger, another.
But I'll tell you what I like about it, though. I like the size of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I mean. It takes up. Okay, well, that's a nice vision too. But I like the size of it. It's well, man. I mean, you see how it takes up the whole arm. I mean, I'm biased though because I love big sleeves. I have leg sleeve and arm sleeve. So you look at that and it's like, man, I can see where he's gonna go with that. I can see that he can connect other pieces. You can see it at a distance. You're an athlete. You're gonna be playing out there in the court. So if people should be able to see what you have on there if you want to expose it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think this particular tattoo show us how we can tell that he's actually a fan of tattoos.
Yes.
Because he actually wait for Rodrigo to come here to do his tattoo. And that's one thing that athletes and famous people don't usually do. They're like, I want to get it done now.
Yeah.
Come to my house now.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck who do the tattoo sometimes.
Yep. It's like that status that you were talking about that they have is like, hey, I can get it done whenever I want by whoever. Okay.
But that's also why there's so many of them with terrible tattoos.
That's true.
Versus somebody who took the time and really was researching and found the artist that he wanted to connect with. Like that's from a distance, like you just said, you can tell what that is. Like that's beautiful, right? And literally that's why I come to the studio.
Yep.
It's like to get the same type of thing. It's like I've seen so many people, friends of mine, as well as this one right now, to where from a distance, I know exactly what it is I'm looking at. And I tell people this all the time. Tattoos are jewelry on the skin.
Yeah.
Right? And when you can find the right person to cut that diamond perfect, like
Just
that's
stick
what it
with him
looks
if you
like.
can. Yeah, stick with him.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did on that one because I think that back piece there on the left side, that clock, it's a broken clock. I can tell right as
just that
rainbow.
bit.
I can tell what it is. I don't have to really look for it or nothing. Is right there. I bet you if he had like a little bit less sleeve on that, you could actually see it even better.
I have a fun story about that tattoo.
Oh gosh.
So he gave us tickets to go to the game, right? Badass tickets. The only thing we were watching the whole time was the fucking rap coming out of the tattoo.
No.
Me and Rodrigo, because he got the tattoo the day before the game, and we were there like, oh my god, the rap is coming out. We were worried about the tattoo.
Did y'all have extra wrap on you just in case?
Shit, well, we didn't because we didn't bring it.
Imagine that. You should have just taken that shit on the field. Yeah, it's like, look, hey, pit stop, come on. That's badass though, man. No, that looks great, man. Like I said, bigger, better. I mean, you can tell right away what it is.
All right, let's see what else.
We have to show a bad tiger next to that good tiger too.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think that they need to know because once you see something that it should look a certain way, you think, oh, it's easy.
Let's see what y'all think about this.
See, that's hard for me to say anything because it's done in the traditional manner. It's done traditionally.
She actually got it done somewhere in the world, like.
Asia or
Yeah,
something.
the authentic style, like the way, like stick and poke back in the day, bro. Like it's done in its traditional, religious way.
Right.
You know,
It's like there is no way to really mess that up when you're going to something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is a way to mess it up, but there's no way you can like try to enhance it or make it because that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
100%.
So I think, personally, I think that's as best as it's gonna look, and I think that's a really
That's
decent.
tough too, man. It's a long pull stick with the needle on the end, and they have to get those lines dot by dot.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Dude, that's tough.
No, 100%.
All right, let's see. Y'all seen this one before. I know y'all do.
Terrence didn't know who that was. Terrence did not know
Who's
who
that
that
guy?
was.
That's me, man.
That's you? Oh, shit.
Bro, that's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and that's his Polynesian tribal tattoo. You know what I mean? I personally don't know what any of these things mean because in their culture, all of these symbols mean something, right? That's why you got to find somebody who specializes in that style. It's hard, man. It's hard to tell on that one. It looks very well done there, right? Solid black and everything. I'm sure he paid very good money for it. The only thing is that I feel like those tribal tattoos, they're not gonna look great in a couple of years, and they understand this.
Yeah.
They understand this is their culture. They've had it for hundreds, and
If those shapes are really close together, I think it won't. It would blur together.
Right.
It'd just be a big black blob. You know? But if they space these shapes out and give it that negative space, I think it'll be all right.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've seen it age right now. I mean, that motherfucker loves to be out in the sun and sweating and everything. So
This one in particular, I think it's going to stay good.
yeah, you see it looks like a lot of separation in there, so it looks good. You know, what I mean, and we've seen him.
We
till
got to
this day.
talk about this. How many Mexicans, Colombians, Americans, how many Indians or Chinese people have you seen with this type of with this
God.
straight up copy?
Rip off.
Oh, yeah,
Straight ripped off, man. I'm like, hey, my people, don't get it. Get something that's you. Get something for you. Don't get the rocks tattoo on you, man. It's like, fuck. Like, first, we don't know what those symbols means. I'm just gonna be drawing shit to draw shit. Two, unless you have an arm like that, you can't pull it off. That's
Facts though. Oh man, I love those type of tattoos. I mean, I love like symmetrical geometry. So even when you're looking at a lot of these tribal tattoos, a lot of them have that in it.
Yeah, they do.
And it, like you said, if it's done correctly, especially like with the negative space that it uses and everything like that, that could look great in a couple years. I mean, shoot, like even with him out in the sun, just because it's black color, I heard like really gets killed by the sun. But maybe that one doesn't look too bad now. I mean, I've seen him still.
Right. We've seen him he's aged obviously since he got it, and it still holds.
It's still holding, yeah.
Very well done.
You know how so this is unfair. Look, tell me what you think, right?
Okay.
So we got Japanese, you got all these different cultures that have things, right? But if someone gets a whole Japanese bodysuit, no one says anything about, man, that's not your thing. Get your thing.
I get it all the time.
But if it's Polynesian, oh, they do?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Japanese is so, it could be Americanized and it's so in
No,
the public
absolutely.
eye. But with other stuff, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Japanese is like everybody, it's cool. You get Polynesian, it's like, whoa, what are you doing with that?
I think it's the one thing too, because based off of the Japanese culture, tattoos are frowned upon in Japan itself, right? So a lot of the people who were getting those type of tattoos were, the Yakuza, the rebels, the outcasts. And even to this day, you go up there with a lot of tattoos, there's certain places that aren't going to allow you to come into their facilities, saunas and things like that.
The hot springs and all that. So yeah, absolutely.
They're not trying, like other cultures, essentially to hold on to that.
That's the big one right there. Yeah, that's a big one because like Samoan and tribal tattoos like that, they hold so much meaning, so much culture. You trying to copy that culture, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like it's not you. Opposed to Japanese and all these other styles is like, oh, we don't give a fuck. Like we don't even want those tattoos. You know what I mean? It's like, so I feel like that's where you have that.
That's
I can get away with it.
Good point. I didn't think about socially. You know what I mean?
100%, because it's like a leeway, right? It's like because there might be some people who are like, yo, that's my culture. But on a majority standpoint, you don't see, a lot of people within Japan flaunting this aspect of their culture.
That's right. That's right.
Unlike what we say with Samoans and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
I think this one will be Terrence's favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Boom.
That's the Ariana Grande ones, man. See, I told you.
Wait,
dude.
is this really her hand?
Yeah, man.
No way.
I promise you, dude.
Bro.
Okay, but I heard hand tattoos are like really hard, like to heal, and like they Because it's constantly in the sun. It's constantly being messed with.
Your hands exfoliate a lot faster than the
They
rest of
shed
the body.
skin a lot faster too, because you're always touching things. But there's a difference between getting them done right and wrong, and them looking like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that the sun, like you could have done a nice cute. I've done cute suns about this size. I've done them. They don't,
They don't.
I won't think they're gonna hold and heal properly over time because they're that small. But those right there looks like that person didn't even really try. That's just their style they're going for.
Every one of those is either a 3 or a 1.
Right.
A single liner. No one ever uses a single liner on stuff like that. That's not going to stick.
Right.
Look at that sun, man.
And I've seen
Look at that banana, or whatever
Exact-
that is.
What is that?
That just looks like
Banana.
that looks like I was bored. You know what I mean? That looks like I have a lot of money. I'm bored. Let me just
Let me
this
let a
on you.
friend practice on me is what it
Right.
looks like. That's not even a good tattoo. Let me let a friend play. Let me first week just brand tattoos on me. Like that's what that looked like, bro. It was like, no. But I mean, I've seen some really good ones this size. And that's Drag Inc. and like over at Bang Bang City, New York. Those guys are top tier with this little minimalist. So I know what a good small micro tattoo. That's not a well done micro. That's just a style that I'm telling you, ignorant style.
Yeah.
That I just don't like, man.
Yeah. It doesn't, like you said, how are you going to have a style at being bad?
Yeah,
You're just bad. You're just bad.
Hey, this is another big one.
Hey, you know who that is.
I'm not gonna say nothing bad about you, Connor. You come over here and whoop my ass if you could. No, not gonna do that.
I think I'm faster than him, so I'm good.
I'm
I'm gonna say it anyway, and I'm gonna run.
No, that's stuff. I think for who he is as a person, I think that just fits him.
Yeah.
He's a crazy, crazy, fucking out of pocket kind of guy, man. I think that a gorilla on your
Yeah.
chest, just fucking,
Dude, but that is a flash tattoo.
It is.
That is a flash
Oh,
tattoo.
100%.
That's not something that someone made for
But
him.
I feel like that's American traditional in general. American
Yeah, you're
traditional
right.
tattoos are
Yeah.
flash tattoos.
You're right.
And I feel like you can have a small ego about this size, or you can have an ego this size on your back and it still be American traditional, regardless. You know what I mean?
Someone could have made something for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
American
You could be a
traditional, you
person-
can't go too crazy with the designs though, because then they become neo-traditional.
Yeah, right.
They have to stick to like that flash look, I feel like. But you're right, they could have done so much more to his chest right there.
And that one on his stomach, I hate.
I didn't even look at
hate
his
the
stomach.
tiger on
The tiger?
stomach.
Really?
I hate that one.
I didn't see it.
It's so washed out. And
Oh,
it needs
yeah.
some structure to it, man.
can
It's
see
like
that.
watercolor.
Yeah, no, it's not well done.
I
No,
can see that.
it's
I can
not.
see exactly what you're saying with
Yeah,
that.
it just blends.
Yep, no, you're absolutely right on that one.
Style completely different.
Maybe
too.
it's just too old,
Maybe.
But like
No, because
we know that 15 years ago, people were starting to do color part like realism, but they didn't really know how to do it. Back
I feel like
then.
he should have kept it American tradition, like
Yeah.
the gorilla up there.
Everything on it, even the lettering is old school traditional. Why
Right.
didn't he go the same with the tiger?
Yeah, no, I agree on that one. Yeah, the tiger could have used a little bit more contrast to make it more realism, a little bit darker colors around it at least. You know what I mean? Yep.
And they're just so close together with the different type of styles. Like it's unpleasant to the eye almost.
Let's see the next one.
Oh man, we're talking about this one.
Y'all remember this time when we got a cover up? This is a cover up. You remember
A
that,
cover
Terrence?
up of a cover up. A bull was there before, right?
Yeah, the bull was a cover up too.
No. So he had the regular little bull, like there was
Yeah.
like a longhorn, outline, almost
Yeah.
looking like
Yeah.
that. And this is his first cover up. He covered that little itty bitty little bull that he had in
I
between
got
his
you.
tricep and his deltoid there. He covered that up with this bigger bull.
I could have sworn. Now tell me if I'm wrong. He had a bull, the Rock, the wrestling symbol that he had.
Yeah.
Nico Hurtado
Which is this one.
did a bull,
This is this one.
and then someone else went
Yomiko
over.
went over the third time and covered it
Okay,
up.
okay.
Dang.
Did Yomiko cover it up or just
Enhance it.
because I think Nico he put color on it.
Nico, no.
No?
No, this is Nico's Hurtado's tattoo right here.
Okay, so now he got a third
A third cover,
layer.
third layer on it, and then what Yomiko did was he added even better lighting in the background, and then he added ocean Samoan. That's why he said it's very him. He was like, it has a lot of mana to him and all that stuff because it has the ocean and him being Samoan, with the ocean, and that's the thing. But that if you go back to the picture at the bottom, you see that little wind bar.
Yeah.
Yomiko turned that into an ocean wave that curls underneath the skull of it, and so.
That's Yomiko in the picture. Actually, he's the one tattooing.
Oh
right?
God, yeah.
Well, is he tattooing it or he's
He's tattooing.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah, man. But that's the crazy thing is like he went and like added all these other things to it and like first get it covered up by something big by Nico, and then he went and got Yomiko to even enhance it. I'm like, oh, bro, the disrespect on the man, bro. Fuck.
I'd be hurt. I'm not gonna lie, man. If I tattooed the Rock and then somebody else is going over my tattoo, I wouldn't feel good about that.
Yeah, no, that's tough, man.
That would be hard.
That's tough because we all have done some similar like that. Even like we all cover other people's tattoos,
Right.
But we know that they're not the Rock, and the original artist might not gonna know.
And
You
yeah,
know,
dude,
like-
and the amount of press, the amount of like exposure, bro. You're just showing the world that. I mean, Nico tattooed, but I didn't fuck with it.
I want to.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Okay, we don't know if Nico is okay with it. He was probably okay with it, you know?
Well, that's the thing, though. He might be okay,
Yeah.
but perceiving it to the world, we don't know. All we're thinking is like, oh shit, you
Oh,
know,
the
it's like there's
writing like
drama
that, yeah.
there. Exactly. That's all we can see. We don't know their perspective or their talks. You know,
Yep.
that's crazy though.
And people love drama, so as soon as they, he got it covered up again. Oh yeah, he probably didn't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, technically, it's more like a rework thing, right? It's not a cover up. And also, we know that The Rock, that guy sees Son like crazy, bro. Every movie, I'm looking at his tattoos and I'm like almost crying. I'm like, oh my god,
They're burning
They're
out there. All the
suffering,
baby
bro.
oil and everything, bro.
yeah, that guy is cooking his tattoos on every movie, bro.
Yup.
So yeah, poor tattoos.
Yeah.
What about this guy? We got some fans over here.
Adam Levine.
Dang, she's sleeping on the couch, bro.
Started smiling.
Personally, man, I mean, shit.
Everything he has looks solid.
But you see how they all look
He's
American
been getting
traditional?
tattoos for a while. Too.
Yeah, he has. You know, but I feel like he has a style with him, man. You know, it's like they have a style to them. They're all big. They're covering up a lot of area. I've seen the ones that he gets, even the very realistic ones that he has on his neck and stuff. They're by good artists. I think he's doing it right. He's covering area with like big stuff like the American traditional Eagle, California, where, you know, proud of it, all this stuff, man. He's doing what he needs to do to cover up all that skin and not leave it too exposed.
I was say it looks like he's very intentional with how like he's putting each tattoo in different areas. It flows, unlike when we were talking about with Conor McGregor, just that tiger and
Or
that
Ariana
chest, just
Grande.
or Ariana Grande,
Yeah.
right? Those tattoos, when you look at it, it's just unappealing to the eye because we're looking for symmetry.
Yeah.
And when you see his tattoos, Adam Levine's, you can automatically see the symmetry. I mean, even just the California right in that area and keeping all that space.
Yeah.
Like he's very intentional with how he's doing it.
And
I
the more
think-
you have, the easier it is to create a similar thing to symmetry. It's not symmetrical, but it's filling up all the spaces so you don't see it as much.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
I think even if you don't like the tattoos that he has, you can tell that he's a real collector.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He like
absolutely.
tattoos.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. And then see, I guess just going back to the pictures and working off of that, man, is like whenever you say that you got to trust your artist, man, that goes to the next point. It's like you got to trust your artist, when,
Yep.
you know, knowing what they're doing. Like celebrities who say, you know what, fuck it. Like anybody DMs them, hey man, I'm a tattoo artist. I know you're in town, bro. Let me pull up. I'll give you something for free. Like let me work you. Yeah, absolutely. Pull up.
Pause.
They don't care. Pause. It's like they don't care, man. It's like they don't care. You know, they're just like, hey, fuck it, free ink, free tattoos. Come on.
I got another one that I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Boom.
Boom.
I have to put this one, man.
I've done that a million times. Rihanna, I know that anywhere.
Yep. I mean, that's a tough one to say. I mean, it's
It's a good size.
It's a good size. It's
Whoever did it, he was doing a good job.
And it's accurate to like actual hieroglyphs and like in the way that they're trying to do it.
and it goes and it flows with the body itself too. I feel like having it right there on the instrument is a tough place because you can put flowers, you can put ornaments, you can put all that stuff. But being able to put a nice little design like that, I think that just flows very well.
That shows you it's like that was a hit. You know how in music, you know, everyone starts to like it and listen to it and hum it and stuff. The placement of that is perfect. The subject matter is perfect.
Yep.
It's good on light skin, dark skin. It's just a hit.
Yeah, and that's
Yep.
what everybody started trying to get
Yeah,
the same.
everybody started to get it, you know?
One more. We talk about this one too.
Always tired.
Man, was the dude tired when he did it?
You see how it's fading away?
I was about
That
to
means
say
he got
that.
some good sleep lately, bro. It's like,
right. It's already starting to go away. Oh man.
No, it
super
fits him.
crooked.
Yeah, but it fits him though, because like that's what I'm saying. Like you look at Posty, right? He's not always the very well best dressed whenever he's out and about. Whenever he's at events, of course, he looks good. But when I'm saying whenever he's out and about, just looks homeless or that's his style. Like J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole has that homeless kind of look. He don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. He's for the people type thing.
100%.
I feel like Posty has the same thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's just on a different spectrum. Like we were talking about that rock star, that it's the rock star, like I don't give a fuck mentality.
Exactly, bro.
Right.
That little Wayne in there.
That little Wayne in
Did he
there
start
too.
that or
Same
what?
thing.
Nah, I would say like
I feel like he would though, because he had so many of these face tattoos back in the day, and he just didn't care. He was
I would say,
rock.
yeah,
he was hip hop.
perhaps.
He was here.
Birdman beat him to it.
I about to say, but 'cause that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. It's like there's plenty of like rappers and artists prior to him that were doing it.
But who put it on the map?
But
Mr.
who put it
Question.
on? Man, that's a hard one.
Right?
That's a real hard
What
one.
about the guy that has a freaking snow, like in the snow cold? So
Gucci.
Oh yeah,
That's
Gucci
a big
Mane.
one too, bro.
Like, listen, that goes into the whole Chris Brown with the Air Forces, bro. Like,
If it would have been anybody
if it would
else,
have been
would have
anybody
not
else,
worked,
it would
man.
not work.
That is the worst tattoo ever. When that came out, I thought
Oh
it was
my God.
fake. Dude. It says brr on the top of it. Dude.
Okay, so one thing, going back to the tattoo side of it, right? The tattooer.
Uh-huh.
Like if you're the artist who did all this, will you put on your Instagram that you're Post Malone tattoo artist?
Absolutely, I would.
Yeah.
I would, because one, he's already had these before. He already had shitty tattoos and crazy tattoos all over the place, right?
Okay.
Me adding to that is just like, hey, I'm adding to his collection now. It's like,
Yep.
don't even matter if they're like, I would. I feel like it's a little achievement as a tattoo artist that, that you were able to tattoo that
100%.
person.
Especially if you actually have good work on the rest of your
And
stuff.
he's a genuine person.
No,
man.
but I mean, I'm not talking about like a hypothetically tattoo that you're gonna do in the future on him. No, I'm talking about you're the one that did that always tired tattoo, and it look ugly. You wanna, brag about it?
It's gonna be a distance shot, side hug, and y'all never gonna see what it is. He was here, but you don't know which one I did.
I did one of them. I did one of them. Which one you
That's
like?
it. Yeah.
Right.
I still would though. I still would put it out there.
Yeah.
Cause like I would like, hey, I did it right when it first came out. It was fresh. Now,
That's right.
He went into knowing that the face and the skin is gonna expand a little bit. It's like my fault, you know what I mean? So I'm still gonna
exactly. The reason.
I gotta
Yeah.
give him the reason
Right.
behind all that. You know what I mean? But
Heck
yeah.
All right.
All right, go ahead, T. As far as like tattoos go and all that stuff, bro, I think go in there with an idea. Go in there with knowing what you're gonna get. Trust your artist. Do some research. Get all the stuff before you just decide to like jump into the deep
Yeah.
end and get something that you're gonna regret. We've seen it from celebrities who have shitty tattoos, who have good tattoos. Just do your research. Get some of that going before you decide to just pull the trigger on it.
100%. Like we were talking about before, tattoos are a lifelong decision. And nowadays, when people hear about like laser removal and stuff like that, they think of it as this easy process. And it's not, right? And oftentimes I hear that it hurts worse than getting the actual tattoo. So in a lot of ways, before you do something that's a lifelong commitment, do your research, right? Whether it's your tattoo artist, your doctor, whatever, you shouldn't go to anybody without doing some proper type of research.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And
That's
having
true.
that trust, like you said.
Yeah.
I agree.
But that's it, man. I think that's it. We
Yeah.
kind of tackled all the best and the worst celebrity tattoos from today.
Yeah, if y'all see Ryan Garcia shouting me out tomorrow for fucking calling out his tattoos, y'all gonna know
They're
why.
gonna eat this alive. Dude. We're gonna call-
Just tell them that you're ready to give them a better one. You know, hey, you help them out, show them
I
exactly
don't
how
do
it's supposed to be.
cover-ups, man. No,
And Ariana Grande's fans is gonna come for me because I done brought her up.
oh, you did. Oh my! As long as they're not Swifties, you'll be all right.
I know, that's why I ain't bring her up. See, I already know. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for the celebrity episode, tattoos, best and worst. Make sure that you give us a like. Make sure you comment below, and make sure you show some love on our Instagram and our TikTok too. We have 2 channels that's on YouTube and Spotify. One's in English, one's in Spanish. So thanks for checking us out this time.
And
That's
peace.
it.
Yep. Till next
out.
time.